dokie. Let's do this. Boom. Oh, well, guess there's going to be a lag, so we'll just give it a second. Um, I'm going to start doing this off with some ground elites, which I should probably change it to elite. There we go. Start that off, and let's see. Bug hunt's ready to pop. Transdimensional some shit. Well, fuck it. Here we go. Bug hunt it is. Think I may want to put on my engineering kit, though none of my DOFs are ready. I don't know if I'll need it or not. The only reason why I'd put the engineering kit is just to help with the healing side of things. Do we need... Oh, looks like we have a lot of engineers here. We may just get away with it all. So we'll just wait and see. Sometimes I wish there was some ground loadouts. I tend to try and mix it up in a lot of ways. And, you know, when trying to work with the team too, I want to be able to, you know, mix it up quickly and effectively, both through traits and DOFs and, of course, kit. Maybe even weapons. Oh, what a waste. Damn it. There we go. And we gotta get the Delver. Since we're on elite, they're all what was considered optional is now mandatory. So you certainly want to knock out that bunch of goodies. Oh, there's a kit. This module right here is not going to be useful because none of them have shields. This command module I got recently and trying out a few new command stuff. It's not going to be effective. It drains shields as you attack the target, but since they don't have shields to begin with, it doesn't matter. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm kind of getting rocked here. Oh, somebody brought out an EMH. That's handy. Alright. Maybe I can try out a new module myself here. Got the new Subspace Rift. Well, not new, but new for me. Overwhelm Shields. Oh yeah, that's that command module. Alright. I'm going to try the Subspace Rift. See what dreams may come of it. Got this new one. This other command module here is very handy in my opinion. Kind of helps bolster resistances as well as damages. Let's see the Subspace Rift come into play. Interesting. Probably more effective in a big group. Like right here. Whoops. Yeah, so with the coming event of Season 11.5, I've been trying to get a lot of the salvage techs, try and get ready for some handy dandy R&Ding, just to kind of help mix it up as to what is going to happen with the new skill system if I want to try different things. See how they open those doors. I've watched some of the videos. If y'all haven't, it's worth a watch, worth a look, see to see what what are some of their thought processes. This way you can get an idea of what you may want to do and what you may want to be on the lookout for. I know they were wanting to, from what I saw, their biggest thing is they wanted to be able to allow people to mix it up. Well, so do I. I like to mix it up. The only thing about this command module is it makes running and dodging not possible. Though I don't see anywhere in the information section of the kit module does it say that. Maybe it just makes me too lunky. Alright, now let's put this thing on. So I'm trying to get a lot of my elite pieces, the salvage techs, up and going. That way I can be ready to do some heavy R&D for gear modifications and changes, get up dilithium and such, and EC to try and purchase what what one can't get with the other, albeit fleet stuff or gear stuff, just to try out new things. Of course, career-wise, spread across the careers. I know a lot of down talk is coming on terms of engineer, which personally makes me want to try it more. Makes me want to give it a look-see and push it. Try and push the envelope. See if I can make some things happen that may not necessarily be considered possible. One of them being tanking. I don't want a hull tank. I'd like the shield tank, and I know things in terms of PvP. Shield penetration makes that very difficult. So then I need to figure out a way to armor tank. And in my mind, it seems a little bit different than hull tanking, because instead of going through health and survivability in that manner, I want to do it through armor strengthening, albeit resistances and these kinds of stuffs. So there we go. So these are things I want to give a shot towards and see what's possible. Look at different traits, active traits and ground traits, space traits even. I've successfully managed to get my ship on this guy into a tanking, threat generating, surviving cruiser. With that, I think I kind of overdid it in that it's extremely survivable, and I have a lot of bridge officer abilities left over that I don't need due to, insane survivability. So I want to kind of look at how can I heal this dude. Here we go. How can I bring some damage into the mix, but still not detract from survivability. One of them is going to be an attack pattern delta, which will help debuff targets to help out teammates as they try to take down the target, and it will also help me with some additional threat generation. Now, from what I also understand, they're coming out with stances in Season 11.5, which is very nice, because sometimes I still struggle to maintain a strong grip on the threat, though I think I've just about pushed my threat generation to almost as high as it'll go. There's some console modifications that could be added to that setup, which would allow it to go even higher. Excuse me. However, that would require making the consoles epic, and that just is one of those things that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, right? Unless you're lucky. If you get lucky, you can do that, but which is also goes back to why I'm trying to do salvage techs and make up a bunch of the I forget what the hell they're called every time, experimental console thingies. So trying to make some of those happen. Here comes the action. You know what, I'll add to these guys' mess here.
I think I can get us across. See that, Lord? Cover me!
Boom. That's cool. Got ourselves a little channel here. You ain't coming but one way. I don't want to use that. Dang it. They recently fixed that. Tactical Initiative used to make it just go off insanely a bunch. But they fixed it now. So, good for them. You don't want busted shit. Though it was cool to have it. Huh, the turrets don't get this. Interesting. Those support drones do. And mines, apparently. Sorry if the stream's a little shitty. Looking at getting a newer computer eventually, soon enough.
This is it, the center of the hive, where we'll find the...
Hope I don't fall. Okay, good. Yeah, the ugly face. Alright, this guy's gonna need some help. Oh, he's gonna die. Certainly don't want him to die. Otherwise, it's a big ass fail for everybody. Trying to keep things going. I know I'm getting a cooldown debuff here. I want to stay relatively close to homeboy for that shield heal right here. Right now I can get the fuck out of here. Roll! Get some of these skills back. Phew, they got him. I don't know what I want. Really don't know what I want. Let's get Delta. Looks like I have a lot of Iconian. Dun 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 dun. Okay. There's one. Well, then what I do for 30-minute episodes, usually about 3 of these elites will take it through 30 minutes, and it just gives a chance to chit and chit-chat about stuffs and things. Currently looking at bolstering some extra damage stuff. I'm kind of considering a lot of things. One of these days I'll do an episode that may be boring to some, but will just be to talk about options. I guess that really is going to depend on viewer interest in that. Looks like while there's time to kill, I will knock out some Admiralty. But, you know, I'm looking and trying to consider a number of things about different kits, different options, things like that. What do I need here? So, trying to play with options. It's the big thing. Big thing. Look and see what options there are and what can be done with them. What kind of style of play, of course, is it, you know, kind of a no-brainer. But, you know, want to go in a direction that I'd like to see as achievable. And of course, variety. Got to have variety. I love this damn Phoenix thing. I swear this thing's amazing. Even though that would have wiped it anyways. Certainly want to keep all my options readily available. Looks like we're about to get the Brotherhood. I'd like to get the Nucara one popping just because it's such a rare opportunity to get a pop on it. When it pops, I like to take it. So this guy's currently got all command and all commando going. I do have what I want in terms of space for intel, so I just switch out commando and intel whenever the time comes. I'll probably try and add a little bit more into it to try and get the predictive algorithm trait, though this guy's got tons of starship traits, though the predictive algorithm one would be nice to have on this guy for space, primarily for the Radiant build. Oh, and this I could have actually changed back. Now it's a little bit too late. Not necessarily. 3, 2, 1, cover shield. Just because I want to put this back on. There we go. And we're in it. Where's Mr. Defiler? Hello, Defiler. You so ugly. Okay. Comes the mess. And now we start the button. I tend to park here for the purpose of having the option ready whenever this is done. Just smack it and let everybody keep going. Because people get into position and then they fall out of position when what they want isn't working. so I try to maintain a location on this owl. There we go. One thing I try to get this guy on is both a high amount of health, since not a lot of healing potential, hull healing potential, certainly as a solo situation, and then resistance is another, as well as knockback. Try to avoid some knockback, but overall resistance is what I'm trying to get this guy's main setup in, and that's where I would again refer to as armor tanking. That's kind of my own little term when it comes to these guys aren't ready to go, are they? I assume somebody's hit the button already. Oh, you gotta move. Yep. Go, girl, go. Yeah, so armor tanking, like I said, it's kind of maybe a different term. There's shield tanking, of course, and then there's hull tanking in terms of healing. But what I'm trying to incorporate in armor tanking is tanking just through resistances, increasing my resistances up. So that way survivability is not relied on through hull healing, just through maintaining a higher resistance. Of course, the lower the health. I found a trait recently, it's one of the rep traits, that, you know, the lower your health and the higher the resistance goes, so that helps. I know things like this scarab plating, this guy right here kind of looks like the commando shit. It's helpful and it's nice. Oh, I'm gonna take this one. Boom. You know, it's helpful and nice. I need to hit the button. The scarab plating is nice, but the more damage you take, the more it goes down, and that's kind of the opposite of what I'm trying to go for. Though, it's what I got for now. Alrighty. It's what I got for now, so I will run with it until I find something more viable to what I'm trying to do, which I know there is a lot. Just got to process it all and get it all. Juggernaut system. Oh, dang it. Alright, come on, dude. Gotta go. And again, we're doing some elites, ground elites right now. Doing that in preparation to get some salvage techs. Mainly so when the new system comes out, I can do some R&D on different gear or additional gear, depending on what I feel is needed. I hate this. So, like, this guy's a good example in terms of armor tanking, being able to outstand that kind of barrage of melee. Withstand, not outstand. Excuse me. Oh, they smacked the button already. Okay, good. Targs are out. Wanting to be able to survive that barrage of hits from the melee, especially things like shield penetration, is going to really hinder the survivability of the engineer. So I'm trying to see what I can do to increase resistances. It's kind of a rough thing, especially since I do believe, oh damn it, I wish I could turn this off. It's kind of a rough thing because I do believe stacking resistances is diminishing return kind of problem. So the more you put on, the less you get out of it. Though cycling through them would be nice to be able to maintain a certain level of resistance, even if it be at 60%. Oh my gosh. What's up, dude? Boom. Of course, we'd love to try and maintain a 70, 80% kind of resistance. 80% kind of sounds rough, though. I'm interested in the new system, or in the new 11.5 updates, if these stances will be applicable to the ground as well. I know they're referring just for space right now, but that'd be nice to be able to increase threat on the ground and do some tanking. Though I think in one of these kinds of things that probably would not last long. Some of these guys without some sort of healing. Oh, I left my position. Now I broke position. Let me get back to it. Here we go. Smacking the button, guys. I'm gonna die. Here we go. Hold on for dear life. Excuse me. Trying not to hit the hypo. It's kind of a defeat the purpose, right? If I can survive without the hypo, all the better. All the better. So, well, hello viewers. Say hi, and I hope it's not too laggy. I hope it's watchable. I'd like to get some feedback if you can. But welcome in, and again, just doing some prep. A little bit of 11.5 prep, and just going through the ground elites, trying to bulk up a lot of salvage techs. I'll show y'all here. Where am I at now? Got a bunch of these. I haven't opened them just because, I don't know, track my progress. In the meantime, while I'm not actually making the experimental engineering stuff, I am working on trying to increase R&D schools as high as possible, be it to the 20, mainly just to help with the critting on these experimental gear. It's good to see some other players streaming Stow out there. Well, thank you, Galen Tome. You probably would have enjoyed some buddies, me and some buddies. We did a weekly show on the weekends, about 2 or 3 hours worth of some Stow action. They've kind of gone on hiatus, and I took a little break, and I just kind of said, you know what, I'm ready to get back in it. Get back in some streaming. So, and I'm excited about 11.5. You're not getting much in the way of lag. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. So, I think I just got done doing a bug hunt a moment ago, and it seemed kind of laggy to me, because I'm watching the stream also, which is weird. But it looked laggy, so I wasn't sure if it was bleeding through or if it was just me or what. So I'm glad to hear that. And I do enjoy Stow. I enjoy streaming it. I enjoy playing it. One of my more favorite games. So just to count here, I have that 6, 12, 18, 23 salvage techs that I could open, and I have 4 that are open. So, but yeah, Galen, hopefully my friends and I can get our weekend show back up and running. It's very, very fun. I'm really excited for 11.5. I'm really glad to hear some other people say that. I'm glad to hear you say that. I've even gone over to Tribble and looked at the new stuff. I don't know if you've done the Tribble thing yet. I spent the evening kind of picking 2 tunes, especially this tune, trying to see if I can replicate my current build in the new system build. I only did it one or 2 times, about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, a month ago maybe, to see if I could replicate my build and pretty much was able to. You know, of course there was minor differences, but hey, that's okay. I'm really excited about the stances, especially for this guy on my engineer, and his cruiser is very much a tanking ship. I wish I could get more of these consoles on here just to push it as much as possible. I've upgraded them. I want to upgrade them and get them up to Epic. I run Radiance. I have a lot of. I'm pretty much overly survivable, so I'm gonna have to tweak it. Hadn't streamed in a couple years before that. Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to follow you. We'll have to switch follows and check each other's stuff out. But I'm really excited for 11.5. I think it'll be very much worth doing, worth seeing. You know, if you want to throw me a follow, I can grab you and follow. I want to do it. I'll do it after I do this stream. What I'm starting to do, I've noticed a lot of things. That was something I was thinking about for streaming. I've noticed a lot of people do these big, long streams. Oh, I'll grab a quick reho. Damn it, they all left. Son of a bitch. Okay. I would like to get a quick... What I'm trying to do in terms of streams is, instead of doing these big, long 2-3 hour ones, which is nice for the weekend show that me and my buddies used to do, and maybe we'll get back to it or not, I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing it myself, but just on Friday or Saturday nights we'd mix it up. But doing those, sometimes it's hard for people to kind of grab the meat of what they're wanting. You know, maybe they have to skip back and forth through the 2 or 3 hours. So I'm just going to start doing small little 30-minute episodes here and there, here and there, here and there. So like this one's here at 30 minutes, so looks quite nicely constructed there. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. I worked on it. I think for people who end up needing help for space, the biggest advice I can give them, the best advice. Oh, you followed. Sweet. Appreciate it. I'll try and follow you too as soon as this stream is done. The best advice I give people is pick 1 or 2 things that you want to do, small things that you want to do, and just go balls deep, excuse my language, but just go all the way, Then when you've achieved that, then you can kind of pull back, and if you find a weakness in what you're doing, you can adapt to it. Especially, I think sometimes I see a lot of science people try and do too much. So that's the best thing I try to give. And so with this one, I was like, well, let me go for tanking, and then, okay, so how do I tank? Well, I need to get the threat going, right? So tried to bolster as much threat generation as I could. There's a DOF. There's one last thing I can do for threat generation on this ship, is there's a DOF that makes an attack pattern delta give like 100% threat gen. So I want to do that and throw on an attack pattern delta. But, I do the longer streams. I don't really work on the VODs or anything. I just enjoy people hanging out live. Oh, okay. What are VODs? Video on demands, I guess? I'm guessing videos on demands. I'm not sure what a VOD is. And I do enjoy the longer streams. Don't misunderstand. I just wanted to put a whole lot of smaller streams out and then do as well as some longer streams. I prefer the longer stream with my friends when we would do our weekend shows, because then we'd all have a lot of conversation, and we'd get, they'd be streaming on their channels, I'd be streaming on my channel, and so we'd have, between the 3 of us, a lot of viewers, and so it was just able to go around, you know what I mean? So broke 30K for the first time ever with it. I found a build someone linked from Reddit for science ship. Torpedo intel. Ah, okay, yeah, a buddy of mine did something like that too. Kind of mines and torpedoes. Didn't get to see it in action, but he talked it up pretty well, so it sounded pretty interesting. So I'm guessing that's 30K. I don't know if that's DPS or not. I don't do a lot of DPS tracking. I've wanted to download. Hello, over the viewers. I didn't see that there was other viewers. It's a recording of your stream for people to watch. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yep. I don't know. I like some of the I guess you could call them VODs, just to try and get a lot out there for people to see different things, and mostly to just kind of talk about some 11.5. I am excited for 11.5, and I am queued for those wondering, but nothing's popping, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Getting kind of excited. I need to, especially whenever once 11.5 breaks and comes out and we sees what happened and we all see what happens, I may modify a few things, especially in the way of bridge officer stations. I've got a lot of survivability, and I find I don't use a lot of it as well, which is, relatively unfortunate. Mainly this reverse shield polarity and this extend shield, sometimes I don't really utilize it. So this guy right here, I may end up tweaking over to a command station, see what I can get out of that. Apparently the marker of the build broke 100k DPS with the build. I just put together what I could with what I had. Oh, okay. Wow. It's a lot of DPS. That's cool. That's cool. I'd like to get a DPS tracker, but not a huge on it. This ship my current ship could secondary as a healing boat if I needed to. Just a few flips of a few things, and then I'd be up to healing. So, a lot of people go the heavy DPS. So I figure, well, I'll just let them do that, and I'll carry the other side of things, right? Right? You know what I mean? I bet we'd be probably rocking out pretty well if we were flying together, because then you wouldn't get shot. A lot of my fleet mates and friends kind of got spoiled with me on this ship, Oh, do you have a rebreather for oh, I just recently got it, but I don't need it. I don't put it on. I just try to stay away from those thingies. I just did that one mission, What's Left Behind or something like that, to be able to go, and I got it. I got the breather in the mission, but I guess I've been running the mission for so long without the breather. I thought about keeping it and was just like, yeah, screw it, But hello, other viewers. I swear there's action. We've been, I've done 2 elite runs, and I'm just waiting. You know what I mean? Just need to get what's going on. Help with it. It's easy to set up and use. Maybe later on. Oh, that's good to know you can track heals. I definitely would like to track the heals side of it. So, can you recommend a good tracker, and I'll download it probably later tomorrow or tonight. Maybe start the download before I go to sleep. And hello, other viewers. I'm totally queued. Did these 2. Trying to do some more ground elites. So, fuck it. I'll just get ballsy and see if somebody will join into the hive. I definitely would like to track the ground heals, especially from definitely would like to track ground heals, but especially space heals as well. Especially on my tank side of it, I'd like to know just how much. Yeah, the EV suit running. I've seen a lot of people doing that on the Reho. You know what I mean? Yeah, science and tech were my big ones, and so finally I just graduated for engineering not too long ago, a couple of years ago, and during that time was like, hey, let me stow combat meter. I'm totally going to check that out. But I thought, well, let me at least get some, what do you call it? Let me at least try and go full out for an engineer, and I've been really enjoying it recently, and especially since a lot of people kind of down talk it, and I do see where they're coming from in terms of the struggles that are existing with an engineer, but it provides a challenge for me, and I'm always looking for the challenge, you know. I'm glad that works for Space and Ground. I will definitely use that Stowe combat meter. I will check that out. I appreciate it. If we can just get one more for a reho, we'd get a pop. That'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to get the pop going. I'm trying to also, too, in preparation for 11.5, save up some specialization points, and looks like I got six points saved up for the new setup. If I don't like it, I'll finish out what I need to get the predictive algorithm, just these two more or something to get predictive algorithm out of Intel. But I'm interested because they were talking for 11.5 with the stances. I watched their stream from Friday, Perfect World stream, that the new specialization coming out is going to kind of help, or play on top of the stances if you go, threat gen or no threat gen kind of thing. I agree, especially for ground engines can be pretty awesome. I know from a PvP side, they're pretty much down talked because of a lot of the TR and melee and shield penetration there is. Work up my engineer for ground since before. Okay. Well, this one was built on Delta, the Delta Rising, I think is what it was. He's a Delta recruit when they did the Delta recruit thing. This is when I built this guy, so he is a Delta recruit. He's my only Delta recruit, actually. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So, I had tons and tons of characters, but I've been slowly shutting them down. Just trying to focus on 3, one of each class, one of each career, excuse me. And I build them to be able to do space and ground and mix it up as I go, and this is really frustrating. I can't get a pop. If we could just get a reho to pop. Come on, reho. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't care. A buddy of mine likes to say to defend the Rihanna station. Like, hey, that's clever. So, but I'm enjoying the challenge of engineer and pushing it where possible. It's kind of frustrating this isn't going. Kind of low on Admiralty ships right now, otherwise I'd try and get something going. I wonder if I could get 45. No, this guy could just be the science one, that'd be enough, but he's not. Son of a bitch. No, that wouldn't be enough. Oh well. Nice. I'm leveling my Delta recruit right now as we speak, actually. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Cation fed tech. Yeah, I got a Cation fed. I got a Cation tech and a Cation psi. Pretty much only play fed. I do have one Klingon. I haven't tried Romulan yet. I'm waiting till I get my wife into the game, and then we'll just play Romulan together. It's all new content, and we're about to get a pop for a reho. Let me switch out my gun for the TR. There we go. I need to go pick up a Tetrion. I was thinking about that last night. You know what I mean? I just call it DRSE. DRSE. Oh, Defend Reho Station Elite. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just got this override, so... Do you actually have the Tier 6 Jem'Hadar? No, not the Tier 6. I think that was probably what you saw on that. Was the consumable one. Where is he? Yeah, it's just consumable. I don't have the strike ship. So, be badass though. Just looking to buy one. I haven't priced it out to like real dollars to see like if I sunk in this much to get dilithium. If it costs this much on the EC, what would I have to buy from dilithium, be it keys or something, and sell that for EC? And how much dilithium would that cost that I would have to put real dollars in to do that. So no, I don't have the. I do have the T5U Jem'Hadar on my on my tactical guy, which I really enjoy. But then I kind of was like, well, I want something tier 6, so I'm flying the tier 6 Defiant on my TAC now, which is doing very well. But it would be fun to get the tier 6 Jem'Hadar just to continue forward with it. Well, we're got 6 in for the pop for DRSE. I'll steal that from you. But it looks like the queue's stuck. Just gotta kick it or something, you know. Completed a blockade. Great. Collect that. Ugh. Well, while we wait for that to someday pop, we dump some money in. Kind of started dumping what I can for EC, just kind of collectively, and just leave everybody with with 500,000. So there we go. Oh, I think I hit a boat. Yeah, I like the tier 6 Defiant. 6 is full of 5s. Very cool. I do like the alrighty. Finally. I do like the tier 6 Defiant. I enjoy it. It's pretty fun. It's pretty survivable. I've yet to try the battle cloak on it though I do enjoy the torpedo console that came with it. I'm running plasma on my Defiant, so the quad phasers wouldn't fit, so I've yet to try the battle cloak. A ground DPS chat channel. Didn't know those existed. What's the name of the channel? Looks like my stream's kind of lagging a little bit. There we go. What's the name of the channel? Just out of curiosity. To go soon? Alrighty. And we're off. Dun 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 dun. Nope. Okay, there we go. Tend to just get the devices on this section here. You get 3 devices that can pop up, 4 within range, if and when they do. Oh wow, guess they pop somewhere else. DPS 200. Sounds interesting. DPS 200 and DPS 400. Wonder what the numbers stand for. That'd be interesting to. May have to ask you to ask them to throw me an invite to that. It'd be interesting to be a part of. Just to communicate with other ground players in the community, you know what I mean? They use Nicara Transdimensional Tactics Elites as the DPS baseline. Very interesting. Oh shit, this thing's about to get me. Damn it, I hate that thing. God. This guy's taking his time. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this other one. 200 DPS and 400 DPS. Very cool. Yeah, it'd be nice to participate with some more in the community that are into the game, especially from the ground side of it. You know, everybody's all into. Well, I seem to be getting some lag. You know, of course, everybody's into the space side of it. Be nice to participate with some of the ground people as well. I'm getting some lag. Sorry if this is choking out the stream. I hope it's not. I'm kind of lagging away myself here. Oh no. Okay, good.
Our power problems are under control. There's an Arachi force in main engineering, trying to sabotage our singularity core. Take them out.
Oof. Dang. A little more damage going on this guy. There we go. Good times. The feeling that all got lagged out there. Do a reload on my page here. Do you have macro keybinds for space and or ground? I've only run the keybinds for space. I don't run any for ground. It seems, there's only a handful of stuff on ground in terms of space, but I run a shit ton. I've had them for space for a few years now and just started recently to use them on ground, and I'm loving it. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I guess it just depends on the setup you're doing, you know what I mean? Like if you're doing a bunker or something, I couldn't imagine running a lot of keybinds. I think on the setup I'm running, I could probably do some key binding. Be worthwhile. Yeah, I've done it for quite a long time, so especially for space, it's almost a necessity. Almost a necessity. So I guess we'll spend 5 more minutes or so and just chat shit, and then I think I'm gonna end this stream and take a small break and then come back with another career, probably science or tech. I don't know. Maybe I'll do tech since you're leveling up your tech. We can go do some tech stuff if you decide to come back. So, excuse me. I don't know if that last run even made it through, to be honest with you. If y'all were able to see that last reho station or not. It seemed to kind of be lagging out even for me, so I may do a full systems reboot during this quick break, but I use a program. Yeah, I used a program that an old fleet mate made way back in the day, like long time ago, back when the fleet was really popular. I forget what it's called, but apparently it's gotten really popular itself. I'm trying to look and see what the hell it's called, like Stow Keybinds or something like that. No. Can't seem to find it. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Stow keybinds. Oh, okay, are you? That's what's up. Maybe y'all saw it just fine. Okay, good. That's good. Yeah, I use Stow keybinds, which my buddy, he made it a while back, and it's the fucking shit. It really is. It just makes it so much easier. Yeah, maybe I'll watch your stream and see what's going on with the rest of the community and stuff too. So I'll take a break and watch other people and support the community. Yes, Federation Emergency Services. I made that fleet. Me and my buddy Black started it a million years ago, and then started growing it, and then buddy Pug, Pug01, he came in and he made the Stow keybind program. I'm guessing you've heard of it, or that's what you're using. So yeah, it was good times back in the Gap. Unfortunately, the fleet's relatively dead. Let's go look and see. Been wanting to. I'm in Federation Defense Corps right now. A fleet way back. Where's my highest guy in there? Here we go. This is like one of the second or third fleets I'd been in was FDC, and then I branched out and made FES. But now, unfortunately, it's pretty slim pickings, and I want to pull it into an armada, but there's no space currently. Boom. Yeah, see, it's pretty slow. Yep, I'm the only person in here right now, unfortunately. One of these days, I'd like to. Here's Pug, who made the Stow keybind system. One of these days, I'd like to try and get this fleet back up and running. I think it'd be fun. So, yep, working on it here. I don't know if did you hear about FES through the keybind? Yeah, that's the program I used when I picked it up. It was a godsend. No shit. You know, actually, funny story. The way that keybind program originally came about was, we used to make our own keybinds. We used to do the bind files, and hell, we'd code it right into the fucking chat back in the day. And I taught him how to do this. I taught Pug, and he found some more stuff and went further. And then we had one of the guys, because it was a PvP fleet, and our thing was we're going to teach people how to PvP and learn, and we made big run out with PvP. But we had a fleet mate in there, and he wanted to be a part of the PvP. He really wanted to and participate and things like that, but he had a few minor disabilities and things like that, and so it was hard for him to kind of follow along. Quantum Mechanics. Okay. It sounds pretty cool. I like that name. But he wanted to be a part of the PvP and part of the action, but he was a little bit slow and a few disabilities and stuff like that, and so Pug was like, well, hey, let me see if I can help you out. First he made the bind file for him and said, here, use this, and then he lost it or whatever, and so Pug was like, well, here, he's a really good programmer, so he's like, here, I'll just make this little application. And so he made it, and the rest of us were like, well, hey, let us check that out too. So he's like, yeah, sure. So we would test it out for him too. We'd push its limits and things like that, and so we just used the dog shit out of it, just used it, and it just came about because he wanted to help one of the guys who had a disability, and that guy became a badass PvPer, badass. And all he had to do was like smack 2 fucking buttons, and he would just like wipe people. It was so funny to watch that happen. So, but yeah, it's a shame. You know, it's always sad when fleets die off. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the players for FES just kind of got bored. You know. Came drama filled and stuff like that, but just kind of got bored. But I kind of don't bother with it after the level cap, etc. Oh, okay. I still PvP from time to time. I really do. It's hard to get the matches up and running. You know what I mean? As you can see, they're pretty dead. Hell, even space. You know, I'll PvP in space, and it's like, well, fuck. You know. Can we not get a match anymore? So it's too bad. So well, Galen, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and if you wanna start your stream up, I'll come up and participate here shortly. Take me a small break, grab a bite to eat, things like that. But thanks for coming along, and hope you enjoyed some of the content, and I'll try and do 30 minutes to an hour of gameplay a night, especially once, what's it called, 11.5 hits. You know, maybe we can team up on a stream or something like that if you'd like. That'd be fun to explore it with multiple people, bounce ideas off and such. Sounds like it'd be. I'm really excited for 11.5. Really excited. You know, I know I'll be doing a stream for 11.5 when it drops, because I know a lot of people will be interested, and I've got tons of respec tokens, so I won't mind burning through them just to try new things out. You know. But thanks again for joining my handle. It is JTS6314. I'll just type it in here. So, yep, that's my @handle. I'll even click here so you can see it. Boom. JTS6314. So, yep. Hey, what's good, man? Yeah, hell yeah. It's nice to get some people to play with, you know what I mean? So, what do I put for your comment? Let's put Galen, Tome, Twitch. I gotta put some sort of comment, otherwise I forget. Like, where the hell did I know this person from? You know. So, hell yeah, man. I'll message you when I get back and grab your stream up and start watching it. Maybe I can run some stuff with you on your stream or something. Whatever you want. I don't want to impede. So whatever you're trying to do, I'll be participatory. You know. Welcome in, viewer. Sorry, we're wrapping up. I'm wrapping up right now. So, but thanks for coming in. Feel free to follow. And again, I'll be trying to do some short videos throughout the week, and you know, 30 minutes to an hour or so here and there. Different content pieces, all in preparation for 11.5. And then, of course, when 11.5 hits, we're certainly doing a lot of that too. So, thanks again. This is JR Stowe Captain, and catch y'all maybe tomorrow. It's been fun. And yep. No, I'll catch you in a bit there, Galen. See how your stream's going. Take it easy.